Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently kinda big. I mean, our population isn't anywhere near that of Rome, but we're not eclipsing Carthage yet, but we're approaching Carthage. Now we're getting low on our war exhaustion and our aggressive expansion is dropping nicely as well. I'd like to conquer this area out over here relatively soon, but we have all of this road construction queued up for right now, and that's going to take some time. Now, I'm unclear if this civil war is real or not. I just started up the game, so I guess we'll see. Okay, no risk of civil war. Cool. So that's looking good. We definitely do have some loyalty issues, and there's some problems going on here, no doubt about that. But we are working our way through all of these constructions. We can actually build some city buildings here. And where do we want to build some? Well, we've got this city here. What do we have going on here right now? We've got 2 mills. Okay, we'll build a mill here. That sounds good. And then for our last building in this area for now, anyway, we'll build a foundry. So that'll be absolutely fine. We're just going to work our way through these city buildings for now. 85% religious advances progress? Minus 35% research points for 120 months. That's in every category, isn't it? If that was just in the religious advances, I might consider that worthwhile. But no. Get out of here with that. Fantastic. So we're going to need to continue to construct additional city buildings. We've got Urbaica next. That is... no, I did not want to build a tax office over there. I just wanted to select it. Okay, so let's head out over here. We want to build a library here. So that's fine. We'll get that underway. Beautiful. What else do we have? We have Onuba, which Onuba is where? Down over here? Yes. How is this set up? We haven't specialized this location. It produces fish and is currently set up to have a grand temple. It's got a marketplace, a court of law, and a port. We could go citizens here. That is actually an interesting option. Citizens produce research points and taxes, right? Manpower, okay. I don't know. I think we should probably focus on something in that case. So we should probably consider ditching our court of law and our marketplace that exist here, and maybe going in on manpower. Yes, I'm thinking about that. So we would end up grabbing a forum here for right now. That's all I'm going to do for the moment is put in a forum. And we'll need to make some changes there, almost certainly. So that'll be fine. And then our next mission, after we've got all these city buildings constructed, our next mission is going to be to go around and check every one of these capitals and make sure that these capitals, maybe not necessarily this one, but like this one here, make sure that all of these are cities. That would be the next move. So we're going to be saving up political influence for that. And that'll be absolutely fine. So next up, we've got a repo down here. All this has is a granary. It produces fruit. Okay. We could go for slave production. Food is always something that's useful to produce. That said, this is all farmland down here. Well, actually, we're producing leather in this farmland. Okay. Just checking our way through here. Sure. We could certainly make this be a slave production area. So we could build a mill here, and that seems okay. Cool. So we'll get that underway. I just want to keep enough cash around, right, that we can continue to construct here without these guys forgetting to build road. That'd be really awkward at this point if they did that, so we will definitely prefer that they not. How is Rome doing on their road construction? They've actually built a little bit more. Cool, good job, Rome. We have way more extensive roads at this point. There's no doubt about that. We get a tribal influx. Cool. That is absolutely wonderful. And we're just going to finish up this construction over here. We'll backtrack. We'll build some additional roadage out over here. And then we'll make our way down this direction, where we've got quite a lot queued up still. So we've got some time before these roads finish. We are no longer having any war exhaustion. 10 tyranny for 20 political influence actually seems kind of okay. We do need a tribune of the soldiers, and that will be this lady. Hello, pause menu. Cool. So we don't have Senate support. That's noted. Our tyranny is quite high, and we should definitely let that drop. No doubt about that. But for the time being, this seems broadly okay. So we're just going to continue to construct our roads here. Are we going to pay to replace the stockpile? No. We're going to make this guy pay to replace the stockpile. Although he's upset about it, so now we're going to bribe him. It's 5 political influence instead of like 300 gold, right? That's the fundamental difference there. So that's absolutely fine for the time being. Now we do have other locations that we can likely build city buildings, and I would like to do that. So let's take a look at Imperator at this point. So this is a 3 out of 6. We are building academies here. So we'll just max that out for research, something like that. Cool. Once we're done with our road build, we'll do like the Romans are doing here. Actually, these are mercs here. Oh, this guy got murdered. Rude. Very rude. So we're going to put in a new magistrate. There we go. We'll do like these mercs are doing. Actually, there might be... Yeah, there are actually Roman troops here. So we'll do like the Roman troops are doing eventually, and we'll get these guys drilling. Now, I do want to point out we can enlarge our legion. We definitely can do that. And that is something that we will look to do, but there's no point in doing it until either we get into a war or we've finished our road construction. For right now, there's really not a point. Now, I do want to check in over here. Telekinesis could actually have a size 10 legion. Okay, that's noted. For the moment, without Senate support, we're not going to do any law changes or anything like that. I just want to head down to, say, here. What do we have here? We have a grand theater, and we have a great temple. So this is good at integrating, I suppose. And beyond that, we have a forum. So I guess we'll go down that route, and we'll just continue working on manpower over here for now. Seems reasonably okay. What else do we want to work on in terms of city buildings? So we've got these 2 cities over here. This is a 3 out of 5, and this is not specialized well at all. I feel like we're probably good enough on our research efficiency for right now. Yes, we can go up to 175. I'm just checking here to see if we have any... Yeah, we're 56 years ahead of time. I feel like we don't need additional research cities, so I'm not going to make this be a research city. I feel like at this point, the way to go would be manpower until we get to about 1,000 per month. So we would drop this marketplace, and we would build a forum. We would need to wait for another payment to get another forum going. And there it is. So we'll get that underway. And then we'll get a third forum eventually there. But for now, that will do. We're just trying to keep our money relatively low for the moment. These guys are invading Bactria. That's a really long ways away. We really don't care about what's going on over here right now. So that's completely and totally irrelevant to us at this moment. We're going to continue to build our roads, and our roads are proceeding relatively nicely, all things considered. We can call down an omen, and I'm going to go for that pop assimilation speed. I really do want to get pops assimilated. Hello. We've got a revolt going on over here. That's fascinating. We're not going to take advantage of that, though. Now, we were working towards... We already got scientific patronage and sponsored research. What were we working on? Have I forgotten? We could go down to embracing philosophy. That brings us up to a maximum research efficiency of 200%. That's maybe not a terrible idea. We're going to get a lot of tax bonuses along the way. We also have some martial upgrades that we were working towards, but I'm kind of walking away from those for the moment, since I'm not planning on going to war for a bit. Urban and rural planning is always good. Global city building slots +2 is actually amazing. We would need only one of these, so we'd have to take overseers here. I think we'll take that, and then we'll go down to urban planning. And then we can work towards embracing philosophy, and we'll just beeline down as quick as we can. So we can see here we're 72 years ahead of time in martial tech. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. We're very far ahead of time in tech. And that's great. We're happy about that. That is a very, very good thing. I wonder what kind of tech Rome has. I don't think we can see it, can we? Oh, we can see that they're Miltech 11. Okay, so seeing that, we are Miltech 14. So our Miltech is a lot higher than that of Rome. That's great. I'm really happy to see that. We had a poor harvest, which is not ideal. And we'll seize grain from visiting merchants. Our corruption is going to go up from that, which is also non-ideal. But I guess that's okay. We do need to let our tyranny drop. But we're now done building roads up this way, and we're going to start coming down this direction and getting all of this nonsense done. That's going to take some time. I do want to get some additional city buildings built here. So we have this city up here, which we were going to build a foundry in. And that's now maxed out, so no problem there. And then we have 4 cities that are not fully built up right now. We just gained 3 stability, which is nice. We've got Onuba over here, which we decided that we were going to make into a forum, and we need to back off some of these additional buildings. I don't really love ports in this game. It feels like we should want ports, but I kind of don't. I mean, I guess it gives us migration attraction, but I don't know. I feel like the base trade routes, the ship recruit speed, as long as you've got 1 port, I feel like it's fine. I mean, that said, probably don't listen to me about navies. As you can see, we have a very powerful navy, our navy of 0 ships, despite having all of this coastline. Maybe don't listen to me about naval things. So, yeah, it's a bit of a blind spot, to be sure. Let's build a forum over here. And I'm going to back these off. And that means that we want to build another forum and a training camp. We'll be unable to act against the family Corosis for 5 years. Provincial loyalty plus 0.1 for 60 months is actually pretty decent. It does smell like a trap. He is fairly loyal, though. We'll take it. That brings Aquitania. Actually, Aquitania was already positive. That's good to know. Cool. There's an oratory advance, and we're continuing to head down this way. So we're going to grab land tithe. Wonderful. And then moral education into de architectura. I mean, reducing our build roads cost would be nice, but it's a little late for that. To be honest, I don't really care that much about the road cost. It's fine. Whatever. That's completely okay. So let's check in on a repo over here. Now, we had decided, I think, to make this into a slave production location. So building a mill here does make some amount of sense, but a foundry honestly makes more sense. So there we go. We'll grab that, and then we'll grab moral education to reduce our build cost by 2.5%. Wonderful. And beyond that, what do we need over here? Cartuba and Castillo. So that's just these 2 cities here. So this is currently set up for Fora, and we'll certainly put 1 in. That's now maxed out unless we wanted to get rid of our Grand Theater and Great Temple, which we probably don't for the time being. And this should really, I think, be set up as a manpower city. Just looking at how this is laid out here right now, we've already got a training camp here, and I think that's absolutely fine. So that looks good. Up over this direction, we're producing 39.06 of our research from here. We are at 63 out of 64 pop cap. So that's certainly noted. Going to urban planning increases our pop cap, right? 5%. It does give us 2 global city building slots, which is nice. But honestly, pop in this game is kind of weird because aqueducts take up a building slot and end up giving you 6 pop cap, whereas a building slot ends up costing 10 pops. So it's housing negative to build an aqueduct, right? So that's why I generally don't do that. We could certainly grab some fort defense here. Export value might not be bad either. What else do we have for options? National manpower modifier is pretty cool. I'll take that for now. Excellent. Okay, so we know that we've got Castillo over here, and we were going to make this have a forum. We're going to ditch this marketplace, and we'll do that right now, because we need to build 2 additional forums. And we'll have to give this a little bit so that we don't mess up our construction over here. We see that this road is nearly done, our coastal road over here, so that's good. We're at 179 gold, so we can afford to get that forum going. Wonderful. And we'll get the last forum built here soon enough. That'll be in a couple of month ticks, like 2 months. Sounds good. So we're going to continue to build down this way. We can take a look at how we're doing on our road queue. Okay, we had some pirates plunder one of our locations. Imagine if we had a navy to stop that sort of thing. But that's never going to happen. We can't build ships. That's illegal. So we're going to head up over this direction, and we're going to build a forum. Cool. And there we go. That should be all of our city buildings constructed and all of our settlement buildings constructed. At least for now, until we get additional pops. So that'll be okay. Or additional tech, I suppose. Tech would be the other way. But now we're going to start to go around. Yeah, we can meet this demand, I think. Cool. Now we're going to start going around and making sure that these capitals are upgraded to cities. That's going to be the goal here. That said, this guy is going to be finishing up his construction fairly soon. I'm not sure where this actually terminates at, so we're going to let him continue to work his way through this. Okay, building a road over here, specifically building a bridge. I don't know if we have the tech for bridges. I think that used to be a thing in Imperator, but I think they maybe removed that at some point. Bridge tech. There's a road here, and there's no bridge showing up, but we seem to move at regular speed. So that's absolutely fine. So now we're walking up this way. We're going to get these roads built, and then we're going to get this road up here built, and then head down here. Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of this done fairly soon. There's our religious advance. We're going to grab a reduction to our build roads cost. Excellent. Beyond that, we're going to take urban planning. We cannot take rural planning if we take urban planning, but I think urban is just better. We get 2 building slots as opposed to 1. We get pop cap, we get build cost reduction, we get pop promotion speed, we get global monthly food modifier. This is just so much better, in my opinion. Yes, you have to build cities to make it work. But that's fine. We can do that. Not a problem. So we're just continuing to build our road up this way. We have 551 gold right now, and we should definitely start thinking about building cities in a location like this. So this produces grain, and that's fine. We're going to found a city here. There we go. And that city will get built soon enough. So we're just going to go around to each of these locations that are state capitals. And we want to, even these locations that produce iron, this is going to be a slave city, so that's fine. Iron is good. We really, really want an iron producer. That's for sure. We don't care about these guys' opinion of us. Cool. So over this way, we want to do the same thing. We want to build any of these capitals that we could just move it. There are already 2 cities here. If we did this, we should move it into, like, Kartuba, right? Because there's a road there. Did that go? Okay, there we go. They're going to lose loyalty from that, but that's fine. So there we go. I moved it there so that we just have that good to go. Up over this direction, we don't have any cities up here. We should certainly think about building one. There we go. And we have enough to get, I think, 2 more. So these are all settlements up here. This is absolutely fine to turn into a city. And this here would be okay too. We currently cannot afford the gold cost. So we'll wait for that. As soon as this month tick occurs. Actually, next month tick. Because of this construction cost here. Wait a second. That's still 10 gold. That doesn't appear to be dropped by 15% at all. Maybe it's only Roman roads? They get that reduction? That would be weird. Yeah, see, that's still 10 gold. That should be 9.5 gold. Or no, not 9.5. 8.5 gold. Huh. Interesting. Regardless, we can found a city out over here. Now we're out of political influence, but that is what we're going to be spending a large amount of our income on for the next little while, is upgrading these cities. We've got a lot of internal work to do, and we're going to go back to war before we get all of this done, to be sure. I want to get these roads completed, and we'll see what the status here is. We're going to need more roads here. Guaranteed. We're definitely going to need more roads. But we did get 5 cities upgrading. That's absolutely wonderful. This is a city down here, and it's an awkward one. That. Okay. An alliance was offered by whom? Who is this? Oh, these guys. They have less pop than we do. They have a CB on Rome. I kind of don't want to fight Rome. We have the mill tech on them. We might be able to pull something off. I don't know about this. Together, we would have about the same number of pops as Rome. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to decline it. I might regret that later. Okay, so we're still building these roads here. And we're at 22 political influence right now. So it's about every 50 months or about every 5 years that we're going to be able to create a new city. That's fine. We'll get this all done eventually. And I do want to get this up here conquered, but we're really not in a rush. We are really, really not in a rush here. Remember, this is a mega campaign. We have literally all of the time in the world. Literally all of it. So we're not in a hurry. We're doing things right. And that's great. I do like to play this way. I like to play slow. I like to play deliberate. It's fun. We can do things like this. Look at all this roadage. It's wonderful. We can get around. And look at our economy, 65.67. It's going to get better. It's going to get so much better. So we're going to control all of Iberia relatively soon. We'll have to fight Rome for some of this stuff and some of this down here. But right now is not the time to fight Rome. I think that's very clear. We're pulling ahead of Rome. I think that's very true. We'll take the gold there. Beautiful. And that does create us a civil war. It's mostly our augur, this guy. I'm just going to bribe him. It does cost 5 political influence, which is 10% of a city. Thinking about it that way, it seems less worthwhile, doesn't it? That is 10% of a city. Okay. Well, for now, losing stability and gaining tyranny is probably okay. Now, we do need a new augur. Apparently, that guy just became our ruler. Okay, that's really awkward. We do have a scorned family here, and we need somebody... Oh, boy. All the way down at skill 5? Disgusting. Well, it's just omen power, so that's okay. Not too concerned about that. Let's get this construction completed over here. We are definitely getting close to having this all done. But it's not quite going to happen this episode. I think that's pretty clear. Seeing as we're basically at the end here. Not exactly, but basically. What path are these guys taking? Okay, they took a kind of awkward path there. Whatever. So that's all good. I do want to think... I think we don't need additional roads here. I think we don't need additional roads here. A road going this direction would be fairly necessary. So we would bring this out over here. And then I don't think we need anything else over this way. But over on this side of the river... Yeah, that became a city. That's fine. Over on this side of the river, we should probably have similar roads. And then we build a crossing at the crossing there. Bring that down like so. And then we can simply have a road that runs up like so. Yeah, these are becoming cities. Up like so. And then, do we really need another road over here? Arguably no, but I'm going to build one here. Like that. Okay. So I think that is all of the roadage that we really need out in this area. Beyond that, I really don't think we need more roads. So that's cool. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we're going to finish up our road construction out here. Once that's done, we're going to think about conquering these guys, and that'll be great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.